I guess for a period of time, you were in the broadcast space while doing pest control. Mm-hmm. And then how did you end up at, I do remember a lot of funny stories told about you being on TV.
Well, here's what happened is when I started my company, I contacted everybody that I knew. Hey, do you need pest control services? And some of the people that I contacted were people that I knew in the broadcasting industry. I happened to service a local TV station in Philadelphia that had a local dance show, much like an American Bandstand type program. And that was, I was in there, had my first employee at the time. Maybe he was with me just a week. And I'm taking him around the station to show him, we service this area, we service that area. I walked accidentally into the middle of a conference meeting, and it was the production staff of this TV show. One of the men in the meeting came up to me after the meeting, and said, "Aren't you Ken Fox?" And I said, "Yeah." And he remembered me when I worked on radio years earlier. And he said, "It was good to see you." And he said, "Well, what are you doing now?" And I said, "I'm an exterminator." He said, "No, really, what are you doing now?"
He always thought you had a great sense of humor. He's like, "No, really, Ken."
And I said, "I'm an exterminator." And I said, "I have this business, and this is my new employee." And my new employee obviously didn't know of anything in my past life, what I did. And long story short is that he said, "You want to try it again? We have the show, it's on from 4 to 5. If you have your own business, we have a host sometimes if you can't make it in, or we need a substitute host or a co-host. Be perfect. You'd be the perfect ideal candidate, and you can still run your business."
Yep.
Sure enough, a few weeks later, maybe a month later, I don't know exactly how much, I got a call. They needed somebody. The host couldn't make it for a live program. And at that time, it was 1985, put on my best Miami Vice clothes, got down there, and did the show live, and then started doing more and more of the programs in '85. Yeah, and I'm running the pest control business during the daytime.
Now, I have actually seen clips from this.
My apology, and I'm sorry to subject you to those.
I thought they were fantastic. Okay, so you're doing this show.
Yeah.
And you're still doing pest control. Pest control was your main job. That was your main business.
Right.
Your business.
Right.
Did you call it Presto at the time?
No, I had another name, and at the time before I incorporated into Presto, because I had some thoughts about why I wanted to change the philosophy of the company.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're on TV. You're doing pest control. Were you ever recognized as a?
Yeah, I was, and there's a pretty funny story, as you know.
I do.
The show was live Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays. After Thursday's show, for Thursday's show, they would tape that after Monday's show.
Okay.
And Friday's show, they would tape after Tuesday's show. But the opening of the show always started out with live from Philadelphia.
Yep.
Well, actually, it wasn't live on Thursday and Friday. So it had to be a Thursday or Friday, and I'm performing residential pest control. Had to be 4 o'clock, because as I'm upstairs, performing a routine pest control service.
You were also performing on TV.
I heard my voice on downstairs. I heard myself and the lady is watching the show. And I could hear her coming up the steps, and I'm going, "Oh boy, here we go." And she has her hands on her hips, and I'm spraying underneath her bed and looking underneath there, and she said, I see her, and I felt like going, "Yeah, it's me. I'm a famous TV star too."
Yep.
And she said, "What did you say your name was?" And I said, "Ken." And she said, "Ken what?" And I said, "Ken Fox." And I was about ready to say, "Yeah, that's me." But she said, "You got to see this." And she grabs me by the arm.
Yep.
I went downstairs, watching the TV set, and she says to me, "Look at that guy. Not only does he have the same name as you, he looks exactly like you, and he sounds like you." And I went, "Oh man," and I thought, this woman's going to hit me over the head with a lamp if I now say it's me. And I said, "Yeah, I hear that all the time." And I said, "I can see the resemblance."
Did she not make the connection because of how much weight the camera puts on a person?
Possibly, yes, possibly. I'm much more better looking in person, as you can see.
That's what I would imagine Ken Fox to say. Like, the TV didn't do you justice. So how long did you do that whole on Philadelphia Live? It was a short stint?
Short stint in 1985, but it was just kind of funny. But I realized then is that no matter what, I was working again for somebody else. And it wasn't, I was starting to change the emphasis ever so slightly, getting away from more of the residential and concentrating more on the commercial
Yeah.
sector. And I really wanted to chase that dream.